Hello. Today is all about our healed selves versus unhealed. So we can tell a lot about what state we're in by our reactions and our judgment of others and how we perceive problems in the world. So, for example, do we blame? Do we name call and get angry at people? Let me give you an example. Let's say somebody steals from us, okay? So, are we going to get angry at them? Most likely. That's kind of human reaction. But, are we going to take it out on them? Are we going to yell at them, name call them, judge them, think they're a thief? They may have participated in thievery. They may or may not be a thief. I can relate because that was my past self. Swearing, getting mad, even yelling. But what I found was that there was internal suffering inside of myself that needed to be resolved. And so once that happened, it opened up a compassion inside of me. An understanding that if somebody's going to steal, that they must be suffering. They must be suffering pretty bad. They must have needed something really bad in order to take it. Maybe they weren't aware of the bad karma that generates. So then we get to the point of revenge and punishment. So do we feel like we need to personally punish the thief? Are we going to cut off their hand? Are we going to steal from them? Are we going to defame them, blast them all over the internet, post pictures of them, things of that nature? And different circumstances justify different outcomes, of course, but I can guarantee you 100% the universe will take care of it. The universe will balance itself. If there is someone that creates imbalance or inharmony in the universe, they will be balanced. And you don't have to lift a finger. This will happen naturally. This will happen without you needing to ask for it. So we can just trust that the person will eventually learn their lesson. And we can have compassion in our heart for them. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe we can forgive them and move on. That doesn't mean don't process your feelings, because it may have hurt, especially if it was somebody close to you or somebody you trusted. It doesn't mean you have to keep talking to them. You can still cut them out of your life and let them go if they're toxic. That's fine. I'm not saying just keep letting people steal from you. That's not okay. That's not respecting your own boundaries. We got to have compassion and understanding for ourselves too, not just other people. We got to understand the work we've done. So an unhealed person in this circumstance would get really angry, try to fight them, try to punish them, or seek revenge. Seek some sort of punishment, when in reality, you're not the judge, jury, and executioner. It's not your responsibility or duty to balance the universe. If you want that responsibility, good luck. You're going to be busy every single minute of every single day of your life. And if you think that the world is full of problems and that you need to solve them all, then guess what? You're going to attract a world full of problems and you're constantly going to have something to solve. However, if you don't want to be keeping your hands busy with all the negative in the world, maybe we can just sit here and try to focus on building the solution instead of fighting the problem. So what we can do then is we can focus on the positive and the good. Maybe even take that same thief. What have they done right? Let's focus on that and let's give them praise in our mind, because the more we think positively of somebody, the more that sends that energy to that person and the more it builds them up in that way. The more we think negative about somebody, the more it sends that energy to somebody and the more it can bring them down in that way if they're not strong enough to counteract that negative thought. So let's be conscious of our own thoughts towards people. Let's be conscious of our actions, our words. Because remember, energy turns into matter by this way. Thought, intention, action. That's how things are manifested in the universe into reality, from pure energy into matter, from the spiritual into the physical plane, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. That's the order of manifestation. That's the order that energy flows. So our thoughts count, our actions count, our words count. Are we sending out positive or are we sending out negative? The difference between the healed and the unhealed person. And just because me or somebody is healed doesn't mean we're done healing. It just means we've healed some of that past pain and trauma. And we all have that past pain and trauma inside of us. So maybe if you are one of those first people in the more unhealed scenarios, maybe next time we think a negative thought or we see ourselves doing a negative action or responding out of anger, we can always balance it. Spiritual math, -1 plus +2 equals +1. For every negative thought, just think 2 positive things afterwards about that same person or thing. Now you've just balanced the energy from negative to positive. That's spiritual math, and I guarantee you it works. Don't believe me, just try it. So until next time, let's try to be conscious of our thoughts, intentions, and actions. And if you want, and if you don't, then don't. But let me know how that works out for you. Either way. Thank you.